Hello and welcome to another midday recipe with me, Chef Day, here at home in my kitchen. So, as many of you guys know, the point of this FB Live is that we can see your comments. So I'm going to make sure that I can see all of your comments here and I can say hello to you. I can see who's in the room. Please do say where you're from as well. If you're new, that would be great. It's really, really lovely to see you and for you to join in, because we can see how many people are actually joining in and not saying anything. So please, please, please do just like pop in a quick hello and let us know where you're from, because sometimes as well we'll find out that people are from the same place or nearby, and you know, that type of thing, and it's just really nice to know a bit about you guys. So let me just make sure that I've got my live up here. As I said, the point of these is for you guys to ask us questions. So please, please, please do ask me as many questions as you would like to ask me. Okay, so we have the live up here. We're the right way round, which is a great start. Sometimes we're on the side, but today we're the right way round. There we are, there we are. And let me just turn the volume down so that I don't have to hear myself. Right, sorry, just a second guys. There we go, there we go. Sound is off. I don't want to hear me nattering away whilst I'm nattering away. Okay, so who do we have who's joined us? So we have Colleen. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sarah, thank you for joining us. And you're already quick off the mark and have guessed what is at the end of our rainbow. Hope, good morning from Maine in the US. Doug, thank you for joining us. Katie Rose, thank you for joining us and being admin today. You're an absolute superstar. And 2 other people joined. It doesn't actually tell me who these 2 other people are, but thank you for joining us. Mercedes, lovely name, lovely name. Hi from Worcestershire. Hello. Doug, oh, thank you for joining us. Jenny, yum also means more banana skins, yeah, to make bacon with. Absolutely, absolutely. Dee says, oh, Dee is from Greenwich, lovely, lovely part of London. Colleen, is that a banana wearing a face mask? Nearly, nearly, nearly. I'll tell you about that in a second. Karen, good morning, good morning. Thank you for joining us again. Sue, hello, hello, hello. I hope that you saw yesterday, Sue, that we did put a response to your question that you had in Danielle's recipe yesterday, so I hope that you've seen that. Dana, hello from London. It's a banana wearing a face mask. Oh my god. And Danielle, good morning, good morning. Ali, thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Haven't seen you in a long time. Long time. Chrissy, good morning, good morning. Thank you for all being so chatty. It's lovely. It's really, really lovely. It actually feels like you guys are here, which is nice. Okay, so the deal with the rainbow is, if you haven't been to one of these before, let me tell you what the rainbow is about. So we introduced the rainbows at the same time as we started the lives, because it's a symbol of hope, but also for us it's a symbol of fun. And now is a time when we really need to have some fun. So, you know, it injects a bit of fun into our day. And you guys became far too good at spotting where the rainbow was hidden in our kitchen. So I actually had to go up a notch and put something at the end of the rainbow, and now you guys get to guess what is at the end of my rainbow. And as you guys will have seen, it is a banana, but it's a banana doing an impression of a character from a comic book. Yeah, I had fun with that one this morning. I did. I decided to get my old like art student hat back on, and I didn't want to just do a banana, because if I drew a banana, that would just be far too easy. It isn't a banana wearing a face mask though. I wish it had been. I wish it had been. That would have been an amazing one. It'd be very, very current, you know. I'd be in there with the cultural references, but no, it's not. It's a banana doing an impression of someone who is in a very, very, very well-known comic book. There you go. So you guys could guess. Anne said, love the banana at the end of the rainbow. Is it a moustache? No, it's not. It's not. But you guys might not be able to see from there. So at the end of the show, we will bring the camera in and it'll end on our shot of our banana doing an impression of someone. Anyway, on to today's recipe. And actually, just to say, wasn't yesterday awesome? Yesterday was so good. So if you didn't manage to catch up with us yesterday, we had Chef Danielle Maupertuis on the show, and she is she's a trained patisserie chef. She's Belgian. Absolutely adorable. Isn't she lovely? She's such a sweetheart and great at teaching. So yesterday she started you guys off by showing you how to make a really, really, really easy, beautiful and tasty and elegant patisserie. So this was the first one that she wanted to show you guys, and we decided that it would be really great to start off really, really simply. It's simple but effective, which is what we hope that a lot of our recipes are, simple but effective. So please do check that out if you haven't already. That was yesterday's class, and Danielle enjoyed it so much that she will be joining us every fortnight to teach these Monday patisserie classes with you. So she also teaches on YouTube. She teaches patisserie classes for kids. So if you guys have any kids out there who are really interested in cooking, then please do check her YouTube out. Katie, would you be able to find some links for Danielle and pop those into the comments for me? I think that on Facebook she is free from desserts, and she also has a website, but it'd be great if we can share the link of that with you guys as well. Vicky said hi again from Troy. Thank you for joining us and coming back. And I missed the live but watched it afterwards. It was great and really loved the recipe. Good, good, good. Colleen, yesterday was awesome. I was online for 40 minutes last night. I still can't find gluten-free vegan puff pastry here in the US. Okay, right. Anyone else who is in America, anyone else who is in our live at the moment, if you know of somewhere to get gluten-free vegan puff pastry ready-made, then please do let us know. In the UK, that is a lot easier than it was, because we have a brand here called Just Roll, Jusrol, and it has always accidentally been vegan. They use vegetable oil rather than butter, and recently, maybe it was about 2 years ago, they came up with a gluten-free version. So we are very, very, very lucky to have that. I know that you guys aren't necessarily lucky to have that wherever you guys are, but if someone's in America, you might be able to. Oh, Karen said that she might know of a place. That's great. See, it's lovely how everyone works as a team. Brilliant. And said, I would love to learn how to make the puff pastry as she suggested doing. So we can definitely ask her to do that. Anything like puff pastry or croissant it's a test of your patience. Let's say that. I did look into the process and then I thought, life is too short. But it's definitely something that she can show you guys. Oh, thank you for sharing that, Katie. That's brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. It's definitely something that she can show you guys if you want that. So the same goes for her show as it does for this show. If there are things that you guys want to learn, then just let us know and we'll make it happen. So on to today's recipe. So today's recipe, I am going to show you how to make an ice cream, but it's an ice cream with a difference, because maybe you guys already make that. You know, it's frozen banana, you blend it, that's pretty much it, right? You've got ice cream. It's brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. But I wanted to show you this recipe for it, which I came up with when I was hot and sweaty from the gym, and I wanted something that would be really great for my body, really great as a post-workout snack. So we have a few things going on in there. We have, the fact that I've just done a load of exercise, so anything that's anti-inflammatory would be great for your body right now. The same goes for if you're someone who has, like a repetitive strain. most things that happen with the body can be linked to inflammation. So any way that we can bring that inflammation down is usually a good thing. Can I just say, I'm not a nutritionist. Nikki is probably watching this in horror, like, Dave, what are you saying about nutrition? So I am a chef, I can make things taste nice. I don't really know huge amounts about nutrition, but I know bits and pieces. So if I make any little snafus, I apologise for it. But we'll have to get this all checked out with our resident chef stroke nutritionist, Nikki. Okay, so I decided that, I wanted to have some sort of like treat, something that tasted yummy, felt a bit indulgent, but because I've done all that work at the gym, I don't want to undo all that work by having something that has refined sugar in it, or is processed in any way. So that's when I came up with this dessert, which I call an anti-inflammatory ice cream, which I latterly thought wasn't the sexiest name for it. So you've got a slightly different title for it now. So we've got a spice infused ice cream. I have talked about spices a lot before because I just think that they are one of the most underused tools that we have available to us when it comes to cooking. Quite often, especially like in a Western diet, we can save spices for savoury things. We can save spices for curries. We can save spices for, just the usual suspects. But they can be used in so many different ways. And, if you're going to be eating something like dessert, why not make it as healthy as possible for you? So in today's recipe we have some cayenne pepper, and we have some cinnamon, all great antibacterial properties and anti-inflammatory properties. We have turmeric, great as an antibacterial, so it will fend off things like bugs and germs, colds and that type of thing, which would be great for a lot of people at the moment if we're a bit concerned about that. We've got some black pepper here. Black pepper will mean that the turmeric, the goodness in the turmeric will be more bioavailable. It will go into our system more with the addition of black pepper. But these are things that we do have to be careful with because turmeric is a very, very strong spice. So use it very sparingly, but it has loads of goodness in it, even if you're using a small amount, so don't worry about that. But they're not things that we would normally associate with a dessert, with something sweet. So I will show you how to put this really easy recipe together. Debbie said, I look forward to waking up to this show every morning. That is so lovely. You have literally just made my day. Thank you. Okay, so let's get started. So you need a hand blender. Hand blenders are, it's like my best friend in the kitchen, my hand blender. So I absolutely adore hand blenders. It's going to come in real handy with this recipe more so than, say for example, a NutriBullet or a jug blender, because we are going to be able to make sure that we're not adding too much liquid to this, which means that we will get a thicker consistency, more in keeping with ice cream, which is what we're going for. So let me just pop to the freezer. Oh, we've got a couple of questions here. Sue, please can we have a link for the kids baking? Yes, I think that Katie just added loads of links there. Thank you, Katie. Completely on it today. So I think one of those links above, probably the YouTube link, will take you to where she's doing the kids baking. The kids patisserie, which I'm sure they'll absolutely love. Sarah said, I don't have hemp powder, but I have hemp seeds, which could be ground or pea protein with vanilla flavour. What would be best? Okay, so within the actual ice cream, then put the powder in, and then the hemp seeds, we're going to put those on top, the cracked hemp seeds. But make sure that they're cracked. I'll go into that again as we go through the recipe. Mick, good afternoon. Very polite. Thank you for joining us. Colleen says that she sets her alarm. Gosh, Aren't you a lovely bunch? And Jim, thank you for joining us. Okay, so one thing I forgot to point out, which is very, very, very important, is my lovely hat. My lovely hat. This is my Rich Roll hat, which says Plant Power Revolution on it. Absolutely love it. So if you guys want any kind of like pro-vegan, really cool t-shirts and hats and stuff like that, then check out richroll.com, and also check out his podcast. His podcast is amazing. There is in particular an episode with Dr. Gemma Newman, who is a lady who comes to our classes and teaches our students about nutrition. She is a vegan general practitioner in this country, and she does amazing things. So she is on Instagram as Plant Power Doctor, but do check out her interview on the Rich Roll podcast. And the Rich Roll podcast is just an absolute mine of wonderful vegan inspiration and information, and also he has all these other amazing people on the show too, so please do check that out if you're into podcasts. Paul, Mick, on a phone, you needed to press screen to get chat. Oh, okay. Sarah, did you say ritual? And where do you find the podcast? Rich Roll. Rich Roll. RICHROLL. RICHROLL. Rich Roll. I didn't intonate. I can see why you thought I said ritual, but I didn't. Rich Roll. Really cool dude. Okay, let me just go and get my bananas. Okay, so with frozen bananas, do not be worried about using bananas that look a bit like they're on the turn. So you know when they start to get freckly and they're a bit floury inside and they're not necessarily that pleasant to eat, you can still use them in this recipe. You can still freeze them, and when you blend it up you will not be able to taste any difference whatsoever. So you can make use of bananas that are just on the turn. Katie is on it today. Thank you. Oh my gosh, Katie she didn't just share richroll.com, she actually found Gemma's episode. Awesome. Okay, right, so I just pop these into plastic bags that I reused for the same thing, so I give them a wash out. And the reason why they're in a plastic bag rather than a Tupperware is because my freezer gets so full up, and it gets to the point where I can't fit another box in it, but I can fit a bag, and this bag will just kind of like, if I've got a box there, it will just kind of like fold around it. So, because I have quite a packed freezer, I have to use these plastic bags, but I reuse them as much as I can. Sometimes using bags, that something else has come in. So we are going to make one portion today. So just for me, this is my lunch. And you can see, that these have gone a bit brown, but that's absolutely fine. So we'll put this about one banana. So of course, now it's all chopped, it's really difficult to tell what one banana is, but you can kind of guesstimate. There we go. A little bit more, just for good measure. Let me pop these back into the freezer. No hemp protein, but have maca powder. Maca powder is awesome. Really good. And in fact, this is such a good way to use up those powders. If you've looked into raw food and you've bought things like moringa and baobab and maca, and then they've just sat at the back of your cupboard and not really seen daylight in a long time, you can use those. A lot of them have a long shelf life, so that's also really useful. Let me just pop this back into the freezer. Okay, so guys, we're going to be using this hemp protein powder today. Love the guys at Pulsin. They have amazing snacks as well. So in here we have our frozen banana, and I'm going to be adding a couple of dates. So I purposefully chosen really squidgy medjool dates. If you have other dates, it's fine. Medjool can be really expensive, really expensive. So if you have other dates and they aren't as soft as these guys are, then just soak them in hot water from a kettle for about 10-15 minutes until they soften up, take them out of the water and then use them in here. So you can use that water as well. So don't just throw it down the sink at all. Makes a really, really, really good drink for when you're at the gym. So my go-to drink when I used to go out to the gym was date water with a little bit of Himalayan salt in. So it just gives you that boost that you need sometimes when you're at the gym, often when you're at the gym, where your body just needs to taste something sweet. And it makes your brain think, you know, you've got sugar coming in, and it actually gives you a boost of energy, which is amazing. Amazing that the body works that way. Okay, so let me see, we've got a couple of more people have joined. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so now I'm just going to blend this at the moment. I'm not going to add any of these powders at the moment at all, because I'm trying to be nice to our blender. And you're going to see I'm going to make this blender work really, really, really hard. And this is one of the reasons why I always have a blender that is 500 watts or over, because it will be able to take this. Hopefully. Let's see, shall we? So you see, I'm really, really pushing down. We don't want to add any liquid to this if we don't have to, because the secret with making an ice cream is that you don't want it to be liquid. You don't want it to be a sauce. We want it to maintain that that appearance of ice cream. That's what we're looking for. So if we add liquid, then it can just end up melting. So it's the frozenness of it that keeps it the texture of ice cream. So at the moment I can see that one of the dates is really not wanting to blend, so I'm just going to lift it up and see if that helps. Right, there we go. There we go. So, just give this another blast. Right, okay, so now we're going to add our spices. So usually, you don't have to add anything like dates for sweetness to banana ice cream or nice cream, because the bananas have enough sweetness themselves. But the thing is that I'm going to be adding a load of spices that can be slightly bitter, so we need that date in there just to kind of balance that out, basically. So let me just pop that to one side. So we've got our cayenne pepper. Let me just show you guys actually. Here we go. So we've still got bits of date in there. So your date might blend down completely, but it's like instead of like chocolate chips, it's like date chips, which is really, really nice. We've got our cinnamon. I'm gonna add a lot of that because I love cinnamon. So I said my poor hand blender was only 300 watts, but the Ninja blender has an ice cream mode. So that might be better if I double batch. Yes, absolutely. And what's the worst that can happen? You'll end up with too much ice cream, which isn't bad at all. I'm putting loads of cinnamon in it because I really, really like cinnamon. And with the turmeric, I'm just going to add that much. So not a huge amount at all. And our black pepper. So you know, the turmeric that's in there is enough to give our body a bit of a boost. And we just want to add some of our hemp protein powder. So this is going to make it not a very nice colour, because you'll see with this, it's basically the colour of, it's like camo green. Not very nice. Not very nice at all. And that's why we've got, oh, this is really lovely and thick. That's why we've got some things to dress it with as well, because, you know, this colour isn't too nice. It looks like a mud pack, basically. That's what it looks like. It looks like a mud pack. Not going to put it on my face right now. Okay, so I've got my little pot here, and we do need to move quite quickly, because as I said before, it's the frozenness that is making this the texture of ice cream. So we really don't want to lose that. So of course you guys can add, you know, a side of maybe fresh banana to it, just to dress it. Then we'll pop some of this lovely stuff here, and a really good tip for putting, you know, something thick, like peanut butter onto this, is just pop it onto the side like that and use the edge to kind of scoop it off. There we go. Okay, I think I'm going to get another banana to put on this. There we go, and this is really holding its shape very, very, very nicely for me. I just want to pop some banana into here. Wow. Just to add a bit of freshness. There we go. Just wipe down my bowl there. And last but not least at all, we have our hemp seeds. So you can use anything that you want to go on here. It doesn't have to be cracked hemp seeds, but I wanted to show this to you guys because, you know, I always say about how adding these like little seeds and, you know, crushed things, these little bits onto your plate really makes it look a lot prettier. So if you guys are trying to work on your food photography, you know, if you want to share things on Instagram and you want them to be prettier, then that is one of the techniques. And you know, it doesn't have to be, you know, this is a sweet dish. We don't have to add things like, you know, the little sugar stars or anything like that. We can use something that is really, really healthy. You know, hemp seeds are like so healthy for us, so much protein in them. You know, and we add them to a dish like this, you know, and it all fits really, really, really well together. We've already got the protein powder in there anyway. So, Katie says, who's making ice cream today? I need some right now. Sarah said, I have some frozen bananas, so we'll do it later. Good. There we go, guys. So it's a really, really simple recipe today, but a really great way to get these lovely spices into your diet whilst also feeling like you're eating a treat. You know, it feels a bit decadent, but it's not. It's like so healthy for you, and that's like one of the things that completely changed my relationship with food when I really started cooking properly and really getting interested in it, was this realization that we can have food that is tastes delicious, is sweet, but we don't have to feel guilty for it. And that just completely blew my mind, because I didn't always have the best relationship with food. But when I realised that, it was such a game changer for me, and I don't like to use that word very often, but it definitely deserves it in that instance. So, thank you for joining me today. I am going to go and have this for lunch because it's just gonna melt if I don't have it. So you know, I got it right. So we've got a few late joiners in with us. Laura. Laura and David. You've missed so much of the recipe, but you can catch up with it. So we save all of these lives, so you can catch up with them on our page and also on our group, and now also on our website. So every now and again, we are going onto our website and we're uploading all of these videos alongside with the written recipe. Colleen said, don't forget to tell us who is the comic book character. No one's guessed. No one's guessed. Okay, let me give you a clue. So the comic book character likes to have a laugh. Any guesses? Any guesses? I'm going to dig into this. Oh, oh, spicy. Really nice spicy. Oh, and by the way, actually, if you want, you can put a bit of cayenne on it. That's always a nice addition. Because it's such a lovely colour. In fact, before I start eating this, I'm going to give you guys a close up. Mercedes! Yes, well done, well done. It's the Joker. It's the Joker. Let me just bring this round so I can show this to you guys. And how yummy is this? Anne says that she has frozen bananas, but no hemp protein. I would definitely say that, Anne, with this recipe, this is one where you can kind of change it up. So I only wanted the protein powder because I had just come from the gym, and when I did used to go to the gym, I mainly did things like weights and I was building muscle. So having a good protein after that was always, really, really important for me. So that's why it's got the hemp protein in it. You don't need to add that if that's something that isn't of a concern to you at all. So guys, thank you for joining me today. And thank you for guessing who our banana was pretending to be. He was pretending to be the Joker today. But also looked like he had a face mask on, so there you go. So please, oh Paul, thank you, it does look great. I really want to eat it now. Thank you for joining me again today. Tomorrow we will have Katie, who will be making another summery recipe for us. So today was my summery recipe. Yesterday we had Danielle's simple fruit tart with a lot of summer fruit on it. So this week we're going along the theme of Here Comes Summer. Can't tell it from outside. It's a pretty overcast day, but it's on its way. It's definitely on its way. Karen said thank you. Colleen said it looks great. I wish I liked banana. Oh no! No. Okay. We'll have to figure out a substitute for you, Colleen. Thank you for joining me today. As I said, tomorrow we've got Katie with another summer recipe, and then I will see you on Thursday, and then of course we have Nikki on Friday. So thank you for your company. Thank you for your really lovely company and your enthusiasm about vegan food. So I'm going to go and have that for lunch, and you guys have a great day.